Good evening, YouTube. This is Spirit Journey. I want to talk to you about social media and what some people may try to do on social media to deceive people or try to scam people out of money. And I haven't been scammed or anything like that, but I was I don't know, I just feel that I need to share this. Again, I'm not going to be mention names, whatever, but it's about the principle behind something. It's more like a FYI. Well, with YouTube, we meet all types of people over YouTube, and the variety is there. Some good and maybe some not so good. And sometimes you might just feel kind of captivated by someone, and they're not perfect. No one is, but for whatever reason you might feel captivated by certain YouTubers or other type of social media, and then but in the back of your mind you say to yourself, yeah, this person kind of sounds a little, but you kind of overlook it. It's not to judge people. It's not good to judge, and maybe he doesn't have the same. He didn't have the same opportunity, or she didn't have the type of opportunity you may have had, and so you kind of overlook certain things. But each time you're listening, but just in the back of your mind you're saying, I don't know, and then maybe they start to talk about, oh, they have a business deal. They may start to ask for, start a membership, or they talk about, exclusiveness. If you become a member, you could do, you could come on board, and they start mentioning about people having, that they have, let's say, they're CEO, they got board members and this and that, and they sound like they're building themselves up to sound like some billionaire or something like that, like really puffed up, but just something doesn't sit right, but you're hearing everything, and hey, it's just another social media person, and you're just enjoying whatever. Maybe they're from your hometown or something, and yeah, maybe that individual shared some personal things in their history and made you feel sorry for him or her, and you continue listening, because now they kind of like, working on your heart, your sympathies, and so you overlook certain things, your instincts about this person. But the thing with the money, that so one day you just say, let me investigate. This person is talking about X, Y, and Z, and be a member, and then you have like a super membership, and you said, let me just check this out. This kind of sounds weird, but hey, my curiosity is there. So you check out their other social media, and so you look at it and you say, okay, so he has a membership. You say, okay, what do you get for membership? And basically, there's really nothing. They might have like a chat room. You get the exclusivity of what they call a chat room. But to have a chat room, to be able to talk to someone, why pay so much money to just be able to type, have a chat room? But again, some people may like having that ability to have something for themselves and other selective few, everybody has their own priorities. But again, looking at what they're actually getting for a membership or super membership, and then so I said, basically you don't get anything outside of just saying I have a membership, but really nothing, or membership. So you whatever products they have, you could get at a discount. But you really start to wonder, what is this versus someone else? Why pay money for a particular thing versus maybe someone else that there's no fee attached. And then I noticed like projects. They start to mention projects and make it sound really big, and the exclusivity of starting something, being part of a movement, and they having job applications. They're accepting job applications. So the person started to sound like, wow, is this a corporation, a major corporation? And then the person's always talking about they have this business, that business, and it's okay. It's possible someone can have that type of business with a business, but really, what is their business? And if someone is that wealthy and have all these major companies behind them, why would they be doing the type of videos they're doing? If I had a multi-million dollar corporation, I'll probably pay someone to do my videos, the lighting and everything. But with this person, it's not that it's not like that, but yet this person is building themselves up like there's some rich tycoon, and come on board and be a member. And if you're not a member, it's only for us members. This person is going on and on. And then there's another thing, like they may have something like they might do something. They might send out info, and the info could be interesting. It could be relatively true, but why where did this person come from? It's like all of a sudden they're there, and they're getting a big following so quickly. But like, where did this person really come from to start asking for large sums of money? So, but again, nothing wrong of asking for money. If you put something over YouTube, or you have products, you present it and boom. I have no problem with that. But something in the back of my head is just saying, why do I feel the way that I do? Why, one level I say, hey, the person's having fun, and but what I did today, I jumped on the internet. Again, not everything over the internet is true. Anyone could put anything out on social media, but I just wanted more like peace of mind to just find out, why do I feel the way that I do? So I just checked, and lo and behold, this person on social media has an arrest record. They had committed crimes, and then they started bragging about it, and they eventually got arrested and thrown in prison, and other things about them. And I start to look at some of the things, what this person was arrested for. In essence, the person had promised to do a particular thing and accept money. And then they, for whatever reason, they don't complete the task, or they don't send, it stops. And you see a pattern. And that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm really getting at in this video. Patterns. People are who they are. And whether they do their time, because again, many people may, in their youth, do things that they shouldn't do, but maybe they come around and they, repent, and they want to get their lives going and be an honest individual. Everyone has a right to, enterprise, honest enterprise, not a scam artist. So even if the person, I felt in the past, before I actually checked, even if they, they had a little thing in jail, some jail time, whatever, maybe that was a long time ago, you kind of, the person wants to turn a new leaf, but it's that pattern behavior. And the pattern is having something that you don't have. And you rely on people, like let's say you have a product, or you promise, hey, I have this product. Does anyone want to buy this product? Or I don't have it now, but I'll have it later on, maybe in 2 months. But I'm taking orders now. You can put a deposit down and blah blah blah. And that's what this person was doing. Or let's say they have this business that they started. Maybe they started legitimately. They registered the business and they have a tax ID number and all that. And then to maintain their facade, they have to purchase certain things. Let's say they do people's lawns. But let's say he doesn't have a lawnmower, but he wants to do lawns for a living. And then he says, okay, well, I have a good game and I could convince people that I should do their lawn, but I don't have a lawnmower. I know, I'll go to such and such store and I'll pay by a check. So they get the lawnmower, and maybe they do lawns. Maybe they do 100 lawns. But what was used to do that lawn was a stolen lawnmower. When you write out a check, let's say, or you steal someone's credit card to pay for that check, you know what I'm saying? That's stealing. And he's acquiring a product that he really didn't pay for, because the person who sold it to him didn't get the money, and then they're going to be caught with a fee. When they go, let's say it was a check, and they go bring it to the bank, and so he has to pay that bank a fee, the bounce check fee, and all that's incurred in it. So he's costing people money, okay, and especially when, let's say, a project. Yeah, you'll be privy. So all the members of his new organization, and it's this individual is very vague what his organization, what his product is. It just sounds weird, but he or she is building it up for you to accept them, and then they want to this big deal. It's only for their membership. It'll cost X amount of money, in the hundreds of thousands of dollars to start off, and it's real hyped up. It's in an area that's far away. Leave the East Coast, leave the West Coast. The mudslides in California. Or the rioting in the East Coast. You should come to this area. We got these special facilities, and if the country goes haywire, you could come here to live, and it's this and that, and it's being developed, blah blah blah. Yeah, I'll take your hundreds of thousands of dollars. I don't have the product, but I'll take several $100,000. And then of course we're going to have other areas for the super rich, and blah blah blah. That's what could happen. And then you put money in it. Say, yeah, I like this fellow, I like this gal, and I want to be a part of his team. And then you put money down. Now this person if patterns keep on existing, this person could take your hundreds of thousands of dollars and skip town. They can move to another country. They can make excuses. Oh, well, I really had the product. I was just setting it up. It just took a while, blah, blah, blah. I knew someone in Hawaii. He had the gift of gab. He was someone that, had a substance abuse problem. And I find people have that type of problem. Somehow they learn the gift of gab and know how to convince people to give them money. And this person had convinced someone to give them $100,000 cash. And this person is in a homeless shelter. So he had this operation in a homeless shelter, and someone actually gave him $100,000 for this particular product. He was in construction. He had these mobile homes or something, and you can use it for like your own business, a mini factory and things like that. He took that money and he bought a luxury car and brings it into this homeless facility. And everybody's watching because and then the car was very, very loud. Like some sports cars, you turn it on, that it has this loud motor. And you couldn't help but notice. But he gets kicked out because he wasn't to do business on that property, and that he's got found out because he stolen money. He took the money that was to be for this home, this prefabricated like a I forget what you call it, but he took it and he spent it rather than getting the person the product. So, in short, if it sounds fun, if something's not sitting right with you, whether they're your favorite YouTuber or Facebook person or tweeter, whatever what it is, investigate that person. Investigate why, let's say a lot of people are saying bad things about him or her. Find out why. A lot of times things could be exaggerated, but sometimes some things are not exaggerated. But investigate the good and the bad about these people, and then weigh it out. Is there a pattern? Is this person a fly-by-night? Are they promising something, but then they really don't have to even give you? And so when I checked today, and started to see a pattern and the police record, and even though this person is sounding more and more like, hey, they're getting a good game going on, but something in the back of my mind. Yeah, and what else? A few years ago, there was a different YouTuber, and I liked what they were selling, so to speak, their channel. And I was going to give a donation, especially when I heard that it was the person's birthday. And then when the person's own lips and they confessed, well, X, Y, and Z, I almost fell out of my chair. It just got me to really think. And so with this new social media, this new person on social media, I guess because of that experience, my antenna went up, and I checked. I said, if it's nothing, it's nothing. And again, there's no perfect person, but let me really find out as much as I can. And I didn't have to search far. So for you social media people, before you give, someone says they have a product and they're asking or going to be asking for several hundreds of thousands of dollars. Someone just asked for $1 or something, whether they're scam artists or not, $1 is $1. You know what I'm saying? But when someone is really trying to extract from you and have a history of not delivering bounce checks, evading capture from the authorities, check it out. Check out the person carefully, and you make your own decision about how you want to handle certain so-called business opportunities out there on social media. If it sounds too good and the person sounds like jive, maybe they are. Maybe they are. And I really didn't want to see it, to be honest. I didn't want to see it, but I had to check. So this is just an FYI for anyone who sees this. Before you give out tons of money for someone that you really don't know, who's selling the Brooklyn Bridge to you, be aware, be careful, okay? So I'm signing off, and may you have a safe weekend. Bye-bye.